What's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. This is going to be a final draft beginners course series. This series is only for absolute beginners, people who know nothing about final draft. Without wasting time, let's just jump straight into it. In front of me, I already got final draft open. So let's just create a new file. So if you want to create a new file, we can go here on files. Okay, as you can see, it's giving us the screen, and then let's just create a new file. Okay, so based on my settings, it gives us some sort of a template or some sort of a boilerplate. This is not much of a problem. If it doesn't happen to you, this is nothing to write a story about. If you have made it this far, you have managed to create your new file. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. In this video, we are going to set up a beatbot. Let's just jump straight into it. So as you can see, we've got a template here, a script template. Yeah, feel free to start on a new blank page. That is not much of a problem. So here, what we are going to do, we want to set up a beatbot. What we are going to do in our case, we are going to view a beatbot here and a script here, and then we are going to jump from script to beatbot and beatbot to script. So let's just go to view. Okay, and then the first thing that we need to do, my apologies, we need to add a split screen, or we need to split our screen. So as you can see, this is a single view and this is a double view. So what happened, we've got a duplicate of the same view. Okay, so what we want to do, we want our script to be on the right and our yes, and our beatbot to be on the left. So as you can see, this left section is highlighted with a blue border here, and then we want to go to view, and then on view we want to go to beatbot. Okay, as you can see, this is our beatbot. Everything is working well. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. If you like this content, please don't forget to follow us on TikTok and also hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one. Let's continue with our final draft series. In this video, we are going to take a tour into a final draft interface so that I can show you where things are and where to get things quicker. Let's just jump straight into it. So as you can see in front of me, I've got final draft open. We have managed to view a split screen. So let me just show you how do you do that. So you can come here. As you can see, you can view a single screen, and you can view a split screen left to right, and you can view a split screen from top to bottom, depending on however you like it. As for us, this is what we had. So as you can see now, we've got duplicate. So how do you solve this problem? And then you can just come here and go to view, and then view beatbot. Okay, or this is beatbot. Let's view a script page. So as you can see, this is a script page. Let's say you are done with a script, you want to export it. You will go to file. Okay, this file is for that, for exporting, saving, and all file related things. As you can see, you can even save your beatbot or your script as a PDF. And then we've got edit here. I think edit, just like in Microsoft Word or Excel, it has got something to do with the with processing your document. You can get a chance to undo, you can get a chance to redo, I think copy, cut, and paste. So this is more like the same as in Word. And then we've got view here. As you can see in Final Draft, we've got different things that we can do. We've got beatbot, we've got the script page. So if you want to view that, you can just come here and view whatever you want to view. We've got format here. As you know that a script, it's in a certain format, and there are some script elements. Okay, so if you might want to work with those, you can come here. And then we've got insert, which you can insert a page break and other things. I don't usually use this part. And then we've got documents here. As you can see, we've got page layout, page header, page footer, watermarks, and all those things. Also, this one, I don't really use it much. Let's check on tools. Okay, so Final Draft is not just only for writing script, okay? It also assists with production. So that's why here we've got these tools, okay? Let's just check here. We've got these tools and reports. Let's say you want to pull certain scenes of a specific location. Then you can group those scenes and then do whatever. Also, you want, let's say, certain dialogue for that specific scene. You can do that, or maybe for that specific character, okay? So you can come here to tools and get that. As I've said before, you want to be ready for production, okay? For beginners, we are not going to dive deep in that one, but this section for production, it helps you like schedule all production related things. Let's say you want to call actors, that means you want to create a call sheet. You can also get those here. I think we have reached the end of this video. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. In case you are on WhatsApp, please don't forget we've got full courses on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one. In this video, we are going to talk about final draft outline. When you are going to write a script, you have to know the duration of your script. There is a rule that says one page is equal to 1 minute of a screen time. So it's either you know the duration, which is 120 minutes, or you know the pages, which is 120 pages. Remember, 1 minute is equal to 1 page. Okay, so how do you do that in Final Draft? Final Draft has an interesting feature or option, which is outline. First of all, let me show you how do you get the outline. In this case, we already have an outline, okay? So let me just go to view and click here, toggle it, hide outline editor, okay? So as you can see, without the outline, the interface looks like this. So how do you get an outline? Just go to view and then click show outline editor. Let's just show the outline, okay? So let me drag this so that this outline can be visible, okay? So what does this outline feature do? Writing a script, it's not easy. It's a very big and a complex project. A script is not like a novel. With a novel, you've got your pen and a paper. In case you are using Microsoft Word or computer, you've just your Word and you can type whatever. But when it comes to script, you need to set things up. There are things that are going to show at minute 90 of your script, which needs to be a setup maybe on minute 30. So as you can see, this requires a lot of memory. There are some things that you need to know. You need to develop characters. You need to develop conflict progressively. So Final Draft has got this option called an outline. So what could be an outline in real life? Outline is some sort of a whiteboard with sticky note when you are planning any project. So you will have your whiteboard to put anything, and then you will put your sticky note to remind you about certain things. Let's just get into practicality. So here I'm just going to create a beatboard. Let's say let's just type introduction for now, just for the sake of teaching, and then I will type here this is an intro. Okay, so as you can see, let me just change this to a different color so that I can hit home on the idea of sticky note. Luckily we have chosen pink, my favorite color. So as you can see guys, let me just duplicate this, Control CV, copy and paste. Okay, let me just copy and paste. Let me just change the color of this one. Okay, let me just change the color of this one. Okay, so let's say now we want to know that at a certain point we're going to have an introduction, and a certain point we're going to have, let's say, a midpoint. Let's just say midpoint. Okay, so what we will do using the outline, we will drag this bit. Okay, this is called a bit. We will drag this into an outline. So as you can see, now it's clear to us that, let's say, at page 2, okay, as you can see, this goes hand in hand with page 2. At page 2, we are going to have our own introduction. It doesn't matter what we are introducing. Maybe we're introducing a new character. And then at midpoint, let's say this is our midpoint. I'm just going to drop this randomly, okay, in any place in our timeline. Okay, so as you can see now, we've got the midpoint. So in case you want a lot of things, okay, let me give you an example. What might be a lot of things in a script? Okay, a script or a story is divided into acts, okay, a story structure. Let's talk about 3 act structure. Okay, so there is act 1, act 2, and act 3. There are things that you want to make sure that you are doing them at act 1. Okay, so meaning that you will have act 1 here. Let's just make an example. You will have act 1 here. Okay, let's just change the color, and you will drop this to here. Okay, my apologies about this. Okay, you will drop this here, and this will mark your act 1. Okay, okay, as you can see, this is act 1, and then let me just type here a new bit, and this will mark as act 2. Okay, and you will take this and paste it here. So as you can see, visually you have an idea of where your act 1 starts, okay, and where it ends. Okay, so this is some sort of outlining. Remember, outlining, it's a technique in writing. It's like you are writing some bullet point or a mind map of your story. Final Draft has made it easier for us to do that mind map. I have used this feature and it's very important. And remember, in other videos, I am going to show you how to take this and take it straight to script, so that when you are writing your script, you can hit these bits, okay, according to your outline. So as you can see, guys, this is the most important thing about outline. So you can have act 1, act 2, act 3, and then you can have some scenes or sequences under each and every act, beautifully laid out in an outline. Now, in closing, let's talk about the timeline. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got some sort of a duration. As you can see, this could be minutes or this could be pages. In terms of script writing, pages and minutes, more or less, like they are the same thing. If you've got 120 minutes, that is 120 pages. Okay, so what is important here, when you are going to write a script, you need to know the duration. Okay, so this is the duration. Okay, you put your outline notes in certain pages or in certain minute of your script. What if maybe you want to write a 30-minute movie? How could you do that? So mean that you have to set duration. So in closing, let me show you how you do that. So you can go here to a timeline and right click and then change script length, as you can see. So at the moment we've got 120, then we can change this to 30 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, everything changes accordingly. Okay, and that is it. If you want to see this to up to 30 minutes, as you can see, okay, here is it. Okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. If you like or in love with content like this one, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are from TikTok, don't forget we've got a YouTube channel, and it's packed and loaded with a lot of storytelling and script writing tutorials. See you on the next one. Let's continue with our final draft series. This is where I'm helping you to write a script professionally. In this video, I am going to teach you how to outline in details. Let's just jump straight into it. So as you can see here, we already got some outlines, outline 1 and outline 2. So let's make outline meaningful. So when you are writing a script, there is something called a story structure. Depending on your knowledge of story structure, for us, we are going to go with 3-act structure. What is 3-act structure? 3-act structure is just an approach to storytelling where you just have to adhere to the introduction, the middle, and an end, just like writing an essay or a composition. So when it comes to 3-act structure, the beginning, middle, and an end is labeled as act 1, act 2, act 3. So let's get into that. So what we are going to do here, we're going to just double click on Windows. Let me just double check what's the problem. Okay, double click on Windows. We are going to have act 1. Let me just put all caps. As you can see, this is going to be our act 1, and then we're going to have act 2, and we're going to have act 3. Okay, since at the moment we are not going to show much of a script, let's just remove this part. Okay, let's go here and show only this. So as you can see, this is much better. Okay, we need more space. Okay, so we've got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So I'm going to right click here and then change this so that we can have some different colors. Okay, not really red. Okay, we don't need red. So I'm using Windows, so I'm just right clicking on the bits. Okay, so now let's go to the outline. Another important thing is, as we are trying to plot our story, I need to know the duration. Okay, so let's just go to this timeline. As you can see, let's just right click here and let's change the script length. Let's say we are going to go with 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. Okay, if you are a beginner in script writing, there is a rule that says one page is equal to 1 minute of a screen time. Okay, I have tested this myself and found it to be true. Okay, it's very precise. If maybe it is not exact, it's just maybe half a page or a paragraph, but in most cases it's exact. Okay, so if we've got 120 pages, that 120 minutes, that is equivalent to 120 pages. So this rule helps you to map your page to screen time, and it works perfect. So 120 minutes is 120 pages. So now we need to divide our time or our pages according to our acts. Okay, so here is the thing. Act 1 and Act 2, they are equal. Okay, and Act 3 is the longest. Okay, so Act 3 is twice Act 2. Okay, so let's just drag this. Or another thing that we need to do now, since we're getting into outlining in details, let's just make this pop up. As you can see, we've got outline 1. Okay, let's rename this outline, okay, to Act, because in this line we are going to put some acts, our acts. Okay, another important thing to note about outlines. Okay, think of an outline like multiple layers or multiple rows. Okay, these rows represents different things in your script. We can have acts, we can have character arc, let's say, we can have hints on the plot, let's say on certain beats. We can have hints on setups and payoff in this layer. Let's say on page 13 there will be a setup, and on page 90 there will be a payoff. So as you can see, outlining, think of it like rows. Okay, rows. Okay, and these rows help you to remember certain things. Okay, so now we are going to label this one as Act 1. So let's just right click here in these dots, and where is rename? Let's go to rename and let's just type here acts. Okay, okay, as you can see, so we are going to drag and drop this here. Okay, let's start from 0. Yes, this is 0. Okay, okay, let me zoom out. Zoom out. Looks like this is not 0. My apologies. Okay, let me zoom out so that I can view this whole timeline. Okay, as you can see. Okay, this is zoomed in too much. Let me use this instead. Yes, this will work. Okay, so as you can see, this is our act. Okay, so we need to why it's not showing. Let me just click undo. Here is it. I need to, okay, so we need to take this act and move it to page 0. Okay, as you can see, and then from page 0 we want this to be 30 minutes. Okay, so 30 minutes. Let's just zoom in so that we can, my apologies about this. It looks like my things are not in order. Okay, but we will get the momentum. Okay, so as you can see, now we have page 30 or minute 30. As you can see, I'm happy with this. And then we're going to take Act 2. Okay, we're going to take Act 2. So Act 2 is going to take 60 minutes. Okay, so meaning that it will start from minute 30 to 90. Okay, as you can see, it makes twice this act. And then Act 3, let me just change this color. My apologies about that. Okay, drag this as a bit. Okay, it's cold today and my fingers are freezing, so my apologies about this. Okay, so as you can see, up to 120. Okay, okay, I'm happy with this. So as you can see, now we have divided our duration into acts. Okay, so we know that at page 30 we are breaking into 2, and then at page 90 we are breaking into 3. Okay, fine. This is fine, awesome. I'm happy with this. Let's say we've got our main character and we want to map the character arc. Okay, so let's say let's create another bit here. Okay, let's create all the bits that relate to Act 1. Let's say here on Act 1 we need to put a backstory, let's say. Okay, backstory. Okay, that's what we are going to do. We are going to introduce a backstory for our character. Okay, and then let me put another story, and then at minute 15, let's say the inciting incident. Okay, inciting incident. Okay, let's say we want to say, let's say at 15 minutes. Okay, feel free to write whatever you want. Outlining in Final Draft helps you to craft your story or to map it, okay, in an awesome and easy and efficient way. Okay, so now I'm not going to give colors to this bit. So what is important here, let's say as soon as we start the story, okay, important to note, we need to link these bits, okay, to Act 1, because these are going to happen to Act 1. You will see in a minute why must we do that. So we are going to take this bit, drag and drop it on Act 1. As you can see now, there's a connection line, and then we take this bit, drag and drop it here, and then there's a connection line. Okay, so we can take this bit and drop it here on outline 2. Okay, so for now, I'm not going to adjust a lot of things. Okay, as you can see, it's on outline 2. And then let's change outline 2 now to character. Let's just give it a name. Okay, let's just rename here. Okay, let's just give it a name here. Let's say our main character is Matthew. Okay, as you can see here, this is Matthew. Maybe we can say Matthew arc so that this can be meaningful. Okay, uh, character arc. Okay, let's say Matthew arc. And then as you can see in the at minute 0 we need to have a backstory there, and then at minute 15 we need an inciting incident. Let me just give a color to this so that it can be easier for us to see. Okay, let me choose this one. Okay, then we're going to drag and drop it somewhere here. Okay, let's see. Okay, drop it here. Okay, my apologies about this. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, as you can see. Okay, the inciting incident, and it needs to happen at minute 15. Where is minute 15? It's somewhere here. Let me just zoom in again until I see 15. As you can see, I'm happy with this. Okay, okay, let me zoom out. So I'm not going to create more bits for other acts. I hope you have an idea of how do you use these bits and how you link them to acts. Okay, so why were we linking these bits to Act 1? Check here. In case we might want to move, let's say we might want to move Act 1. Okay, maybe shift it in time, go forward or go back. Check here. Okay, these bits, okay, are moving with Act 1. Okay, so let me just show you one last thing, which is to, let me just undo. Okay, which is to add an outline row. Okay, so you can just come here and right click and then add a lane. Okay, and then let's say we want to add outline 3, and then here maybe we can say setups. Okay, and then let's say dash payoff. This is payoff. Okay, okay, so as you can see in this outline we are going to put our setups and payoff. What could a setup be? Let me just give you an example. Okay, let's say our character, um what could be a setup? Okay, let's say we are going to introduce, let's say just okay, let's say Lady D. Okay, come back and put here. So at this minute, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, we are going to introduce Lady D as a setup, and we want to make, let's say, Lady D payoff. Okay, let's say whatever Lady D. Okay, so let's say whatever Lady D said at this minute, okay, it will have some implications on this minute. So as you can see, using this feature of final draft, the outline feature, it helps you to create or to craft a powerful plot. Okay, something that I think most of my students at Balisa, they are missing. Okay, most of my students, they don't understand plot, and I don't think they are equipped enough to understand what is it and how important it is. Let me just give you an idea. Christopher Nolan once wrote a movie called, I think it's Memento, but if that's not the name, that movie about somebody who loses memory. Interestingly, about that movie, it's played in reverse. Okay, it's like there are two timelines. Okay, the other one is going forward, the color one, and there's a black and white narrative or timeline that goes backwards. Okay, so as you can see, guys, it looks like if that is going to be cohesive, including the conflicts, the characters, and like 3x structure, inciting incident, this looks complex. But with Final Draft, as you can see, you've got you become like an architect. That's why in my YouTube channel I've got a course which is story design and architecture. So I approach story like architecture. Okay, so you can beautifully design your plot in such a way that you hit certain beats at a certain point in time. Maybe in closing, let me just explain to you why must I hit certain beats. Most of my students, they feel like they can write their own stories. Let me just call this story of my life. Matthew in South Africa, graphic designer to developer, and then got interested in storytelling, or was born a storyteller, or whatever. Okay, that is not interesting. Story of your life is not that interesting. You need to put this story and ground it in a plot. Okay, so why would you do that? Number one, based on the beats that you are hitting in a plot, okay, that might give you a genre. Okay, based on your plotting, I can tell that this genre is a psychological thriller or whatever, based on your beats and your setup. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. In case you are on TikTok, we've got a YouTube channel that has got more courses to help you become a better storyteller. Please do us a favor. Don't forget to just hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one. I hope you are enjoying this final draft series for beginners. If you do, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In case you are watching this video on TikTok, don't forget we've got a YouTube channel, Balisa Story Academy. Please go and help us and subscribe. In this video, I am going to show you how do you then take the outline into the actual script. Obviously, this is the exciting part everybody has been waiting for. How do I type the script? Int, fade in, fade out, and all those things, characters and dialogue. We are going to get there. For now, how do we take our outline into a script? So the first thing that we need to do here, let's split our screen. So you can just come here and view a split screen. Okay, split horizontally. So let's go here. We want to go to the view. We need a script here. As you can see, here is a sample script, our final draft sample script. We don't really need this because we are pretending as if we are starting from scratch. So what you can do with the bits, okay, you can drag and drop them to the script directly, okay, as you can see, okay, and also you can drag this, okay, just for illustration purposes. Let me just say this, or let me just type here, please subscribe. Okay, so check here when I copy this and paste it here, or drag it and drop. As you can see, there is a bit heading, and at the same time there is some sort of a description there. Okay, this is our one way of doing it. Okay, maybe you might want to copy and paste everything, okay, here on this page, and then start writing from here. So how do you do that? Let's go to outline. See here, there is this icon which with a tooltip, send outline to script. Let's just first of all, let's just make some notes here, okay, so that we can see the difference and how things will appear on the script. This is Act 1, okay, and here this is Act 2. My apologies about this. This is Act 2, and then let's just say this is Act 3, okay. I want this to be meaningful. This is Act 3, okay. Okay, here we can just type anything, okay, just to save some time. Okay, guys, if you do enjoy this content, please help us. We want to grow the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? So let's go. Now what we want to do, we want to go here in this icon, send outline to script. Let's click. So as you can see, here is our script. Since we are done with the outline part now, let's just close it, okay? So we need to click this section and we need to go here, okay? I think also we are done with the outline in terms of this one with the timeline. So we can go to view and hide outline editor. As you can see, guys, now we've got a fresh page. We are ready to write our script. Okay, so as you can see, let's just read here. This is Act 1. Okay, and under Act 1, we've got backstory, we've got Lady D, and we've got the inciting incident. Okay, I'm not sure if this was the case. Let's just go and check under Act 1. Do we have these things? I even forgot now. Okay, I just want to make sure that everything works perfect. Okay, show outline editor. Okay, so as you can see, guys, under Act 1 we've got 3 items. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so let's just go back again and let's just go back again and hide this one. Where is it? Show hide. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is Act 1, and let's check under Act 2. Under Act 2 we've got Lady D's payoff, and here's a description, and we've got Act 3, and this brings us to the end of this video. I'm Matthew Msingati, your script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. Please help my channel to grow. Please don't forget to subscribe. In case you are on TikTok, we've got a lot of script writing and storytelling content on our YouTube channel, Balisa Story Academy. See you on the next one. We have reached the end of this series. In this video, we are going to get our hands dirty and dive deep into a script. We are going to put some scenes, some characters, some dialogue, some action, and all the fun stuff. So without wasting time, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so as you can see, this is coming from our plotting or our outline. In case you didn't watch our other videos, let me just show you here. Okay, as you can see, everything comes from here. Okay, so let me just hide this. Okay, so let's say now we are ready. Okay, we've got Act 1 and we have described exactly what we want on Act 1. We know this is some sort of a guiding, what can I say, some sort of a compass, okay, or some sort of an index to help us to do the right thing. Okay, so this is Act 1. There's nothing that we want to do here on Act 1. This is a backstory. Okay, let's not delete this, okay, so that we can go back to it later. Underneath this, let's actually type the story. Okay, now we are getting into the actual script. Okay, so once you click enter here, as you can see this blinking cursor, you need to go here, okay, so that you can know where you are. At the moment, it's summary. We don't want summary. We want to describe an action. Remember, what are we trying to do? We are trying to create a backstory. Okay, let's see. Action. Okay, my character is thinking. Okay, my character is thinking. That's what we see on the screen. I'm just going to make simple things simple for the sake of teaching. So our character is thinking. Okay, we then see, let me just type here. Okay, I'm going to make things very simple, guys. Okay, for the sake of teaching, we then see a flashback. Is backstory a flashback? It's very important that as much as I want to teach, but I must say the right things. Let's say somebody is thinking and we see a flashback. Is that a backstory? Yes, okay. The reason why it looks like I am confused, my own approach of a backstory, if I can be honest with you, I don't do flashbacks. I believe that it's a poor way and a cheap way of doing it, okay? The backstory of my characters comes in different ways. Okay, I'm more of a visual storyteller. I like to show things, okay, like using objects, using things that people love. Let's say my character is got a necklace and they are looking at it and somebody asks something, how much can you sell it to me? Maybe my character will say no, it's not for sale. The other character will want, why? Don't you want maybe 6 million? And my character has to say that it's more than 6 million. It holds memories. Okay, then my character will go on to give exposition. So as you can see, my backstory comes in a different way. So let's continue. Sorry for digressing. Okay, so we see, let's say, flashback. Our character, at age, let's say 13. Okay, growing up. Okay, let's say this is our backstory. This is how we are going to show our backstory. Okay, and then from there, let's come here. Remember, besides shifting, okay, from sections here, you can also press tabs. But for now, let me just shift from here. Now we want character. Okay, let's say we see his father. Okay, his father is saying you are growing, my son. Okay, and the son, let's see, now I have just pressed tab. Okay, from here I just pressed tab and it shifted me to the father. Okay, let's see, and then on the character now we have the son. Okay, in case maybe you have seen a video popping up on screen, okay, my screen recorder is designed in such a way that when you press tab, okay, this must show up. When you press tab again, it will show off. Okay, so this means that I'm going to show you tabs for the last time. Okay, if I keep on using it, then obviously you are going to see some different faces of me, obviously ugly faces. Okay, so I'm not going to use tab that much. Okay, so as you can see now, we are on the sun. We are want to talk the dialogue, okay, of the sun. So what is the response of the sun? You are growing, my child. Yes, I am. Okay, very stupid and simple dialogue, okay, for the sake of teaching. So let's hit enter. And then let's say we want to go to a different section again, we can press tab. Okay, as you can see here is my face. My apologies about this. Now we're not going to press tab again. Okay, as you can see, now we're not going to press tab. And then father says, okay. Okay, so guys, this is the actual script. Okay, script doesn't only end on action. Okay, you describe an action, obviously there will be a character and they will say something. This is a dialogue. Okay, say the father feels like the son is cold. Okay, and then we can, let me just type something. My apologies about these tabs again. Okay, so let me just type enter, and then here on the sun I'm going to come here and then look for parenthetical. Let's see, on P, here is it, parenthetical, as you can see, set. Okay, so here you can describe anything, but for me I always use emotion, or I use parenthetical to convey emotion so that the character can understand that sorry, the actor can understand that the character is said here. Okay, so okay, let's say this guy is asking what's next. Please, I don't know why the conversation of these guys is not flowing. Okay, okay, what's next? It's not realistic. It's not one of it's the poorest dialogues ever. Okay, what's next? Okay, sometimes when somebody is talking, okay, another person will interrupt. Okay, let me just show you how I show that. Okay, so let's say this guy was starting a new conversation or a new topic. I am, and then dash. Okay, to me this symbolizes that as he was continuing, the father jumped in. Okay, So I'm not going to press tab. Okay. Let's go back to character, and then the father came in. Okay, and the father came in. This guy was trying to say, I am. Okay. The father said, I don't care. Okay, so as you can see, guys, let's say this is our script. Okay, this is the end. We've typed our script and everything is solid. We've nailed it. Okay, now are we going to export these or save these as well? All our planning, which might disturb our actors and they might not understand why there are these things, confusing things. Okay, so let's go to view, and then let's go to hide outline in script. As you can see, guys, now we've got a perfect script. Okay, our own inception, a dream inside a dream inside a dream. Okay, our own watered down version. Okay, this is too far from inception. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is our script. So what to from here? We want to save this script as a PDF. Okay, let's go to file, save as a PDF. Okay, as you can see, let's type Balisa story. Okay, I've saved it under my document, saved, and then what I want to do now, I am busy with production here. As you can see, these are some of my videos that I'm still yet to upload. And then let's go here and then type here Balisa story. Let's see, guys, how is our story? And boom, we have reached the end. I'm Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy. I hope you have learned something in this series. If you have learned something, please don't forget to support us and hit that subscribe button. If you are from TikTok, please try to or go to our channel Balisa Story Academy on YouTube and get more content. Otherwise, for me, Matthew Msingati, the script doctor from Balisa Story Academy, see you on the next one.